Hey, it's nice to see you again. So you said you're looking for a Sega Genesis today? Yep, we do have one available at the moment. And I actually have it right up front for you. I was working on cleaning everything before you got here and trying to find the specific games you were looking for. And I was successful with finding a few, so I think you'll be happy. Now, are you collecting or just looking to purchase this item for nostalgia? Perfect. So you're familiar with the console? Okay, well I can give you some reminders. And were there any other games you've been thinking you want to purchase? And what about for other consoles? Okay, perfect. So then let me grab the Genesis and we can take a look. Okay, so we'll start off with the console. So let me show you. The first thing you'll notice is it's very, very light. So, even though it might look heavy, it's not at all. Now, I'd say this one is in pretty decent condition. It's definitely not perfect, but I think it's good for your purposes. So here's the front. You can see it says Genesis right here and Sega right here. This is where you insert the game cartridge. And then here you have two buttons. Power and reset. Okay. You have your AV out and your adapter port in the back. And then on the front, Control 1 and Control 2, which are for controllers, of course. And I do have two that I can show you. Okay. Now the bottom is a little bit, well, let's just say not that clean. Just picked it up off our shelf and noticed there's some sticky residue on the bottom. So I'm going to have to go ahead and deep clean that, okay? But otherwise, it looks fine. Speaking of cleaning, I am going to just dust the top again. Since even though I did recently clean it, it is black, so it's already dusty again. Okay, so I'm just going to dust the top here. And what do you think so far? What you're looking for? Yeah, it's in pretty good shape, and obviously I can give you a good deal on it, especially since the bottom is a little bit dirty, so I'll make it as clean as possible, but don't know if I'll be able to make it perfect. But other than that, this console does work, so you should have no issues. If you were to have any issues, though, we do have our 30-day return policy, or you could bring it in and I can take a look. So now let me show you, let me first just show you how to insert the game. So this is a loose game we have, and it's a Sonic 2. So all you would do is just push down till you feel it kind of click in, okay? And this game is available for purchase if you're interested. So now let's look at the controllers. Alright, so I have two, and both of them would of course come with the console. They are both tested and working, so no problems with the buttons. Now the Genesis controller is quite simple in its design. You have your D-pad, your start button, and then your A, B, and C button. So, very simple to use and very comfortable, in my opinion. Now here's the second one. Same thing. D-pad is working fine. Buttons are working fine. In perfect shape. Any questions about the controllers? Perfect. So let me grab the games you were interested in. Now, unfortunately, we did not have every game you requested. So what I can say is we do get trade-ins weekly. So you can always give us a call back, and I can let you know if we have received it. I can also put you on a wait list, so that is pretty helpful. Alright, so you were looking for Sonic the Hedgehog and Mortal Kombat, and I did have both. And then I just grabbed a few other ones off our shelf that I thought you might be interested in. So here is Sonic. Just a reminder, the Genesis games do come in these types of cases. Kind of like an old VHS case. And I like them, to be honest. I like displaying them. I like the size. So, just a reminder. Here is the back. This is obviously a classic game for Sega. Let's open it up. So you're going to see the game cartridge, the manual. The manual is not too long, but it does kind of go over the basics of the game. Kind of like a little intro. So that's nice to have. And then the game, sometimes they're kind of hard to snap in and out of the case, so just be careful. But here is the game, and it's recently been cleaned, so cleaned and tested, so you should have no issues. These are all the original cases, manuals that came with these games. They came from a recent trade-in from a collector, so again, you should have no issues with any of them. Okay, so there is Sonic. And now Mortal Kombat. So again, a nice case. Is the back. Actually, remember the days when I wasn't really allowed to play this game. But that was definitely way before your time. I think it's cool that you want to collect games from before you were born. I actually like doing that as well. Okay, so we have manual again. Then we have the game. The games also feel very, very light. And this would just come with the game. It's just a little cheat sheet from the previous owner, which you can keep or throw away, whatever you is the next one. This one was actually one of the more popular ones in the store. It does sell quickly when we have it. So you came in a lucky time. And I like this game a lot. A lot of fond memories playing it. Let's take a look inside. So again, the game and the manual. And it is nice, they all have a little cartridge holder in there so they don't move around in the case. Now I'm going to dust the top of this one just because it is a little bit dirty. So again, anything black just collects dust in our shop. Flashback. Now some of these have been remade, remastered. So these are all the originals. I don't know why there's Velcro on the back of this, but I can try to remove it for you if you want. And this is kind of a cool game. I don't know if you've heard of it before, but I figured I'd bring it for you to take a look at. So again, this one comes with the game, but then actually a few extra things, so I wanted to show you. So it just comes with this game helpline card. And then what is this? So this was for entering to win a free game. Where was this? A game cartridge purchased. Toys R Us, no longer around. JCPenney, Sears, or Wards. Kmart or Walmart. Kmart is also not around. So it's kind of crazy that unfortunately so many things have gone out of business, but that is kind of a nostalgic thing to have. And now I just wanted to show you the artwork on the front of this manual. Just think it's pretty cool. And the intro is kind of like comic, so you can read through that and just get a sneak peek of the game. And then this is a poster that it comes with, which is kind of just like a sneak peek again of future games that were coming out. And then on the back there is a Ninja Turtle poster. So you could definitely frame this and hang it up in a game room if you want. So I'll just put this all back in here. But yeah, I just wanted to show you since it came with a few extras. And then the last game. So I know you said you were a wrestling fan. So this isn't a very sought after game, but I saw it on our shelf and wanted to show you. It's definitely a nostalgic wrestling game. So I thought it might be something you're interested in. So yeah, Super WrestleMania. Let's take a look inside. Now this one does not have a manual come with it, but it does have the game. Questions about any of them? Yeah, I can read you a little bit of the back description, a flashback. So it says, A Quest for Identity, the CD-ROM game and a cartridge. Planet, Titan, Brave Mutants, Robots, Antimatter, Fields, and the primitive inhabitants as you find your way through the jungle. So it kind of just gives a little description of all of the different areas of the game. And then it says get the whole story, 14-page comic book from Marvel Comics inside. Okay. So, are you interested in everything? Okay. So, Flashback, Rocket Knight Adventures, Mortal Kombat, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Super WrestleMania. And then what about Sonic 2? Okay. So let me see. I can charge you. Alright, so you're a loyal customer, so I'll make sure I add any discounts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but one does not have a case, so one is missing a manual. Okay. So I can give you everything for $45. Okay, perfect. Would you like me to charge the card we have on file? Perfect. So I will do that, and you will get your rewards points. So is there anything else you need today? Perfect. Well, I hope you enjoy your Sega Genesis. Let us know of any problems, or bring it in and we can take a look. But like I said, everything was tested, so you should be good. Thanks so much for coming in. I'll see you next time. Hey, so I see you're working another shift this morning. Perfect. Well, I need some help sorting through some new manuals we had traded in. So this is actually something newer we started in the store. I think I told you about it before. Basically, a lot of people are coming in wanting to find manuals to complete some games they have. So since we do get them traded in pretty frequently, we thought we would sell them on the floor. So I just have a little stack here. We're going to go through, check the condition, and then I'm going to look in our system and see if we currently have the game available, just in case we want to insert any of these into a game we have to make it complete. Now, do you have any questions before we get started? Alright, perfect. And of course, if you have any as we go along, just let me know. So these are from a variety of games and consoles. We're just going to start off with the first one here, which is for Skyrim, Xbox 360. I do believe we have a few copies in store right now, but let me just double check. So, Skyrim, Xbox 360. Okay, so yeah, it does look like we have a few and one of them is incomplete. So we could decide to put this in the game if we want to, or just sell it separately, depending on if somebody comes in and is looking for it. So let's take a look at the manual. So again, the first thing we're checking for is any damage, any rips, any missing staples here. There should at least be 2 to 3 on the side to hold it together. Any inserts For example, there is something there which we'll take a look at in a moment. This looks pretty good. It's a pretty common state that we get manuals in. You can tell they've been looked at, but honestly, nothing looks bad. So just want to make sure there's no food inside, again, or anything random. Sometimes we'll find notes from gamers or just any other random stuff, so we just have to make sure it's in perfect condition. And this one definitely is. And then it looks like it came with the map as well. So same thing, we would sell these together, and we just have to make sure it's in good condition. You can definitely tell it is. It doesn't look like it's ever been hung up or used. So I'm just gonna double check. Yeah. You can see it looks really nice, glossy, and clean. Okay, so this one is good. So I'm just going to set it right here. Okay, next is another Xbox 360 game, and this one also has inserts. So this is for Grand Theft Auto 5. And this also looks to be in very, very nice condition. This is a shorter manual, but we can see it doesn't even look like it's really been used too much at all. So that's great. And then 2 inserts. So let's see. This looks like a subway map, Liberty City Transit Authority. Again, nice and glossy. I don't see any tears. Okay, the back just has some game information. Alright, so that looks fine. And you know what I was just thinking? Liberty City was for GTA 4, not GTA 5. So here is the map of Los Santos, which was GTA 5. So it looks like whoever traded this in just accidentally put in both maps. So that's okay, we can keep both of them. We'll just separate them so there's no confusion. So I'm going to put this one, GTA 5, and then this one for 4. Okay. We'll keep these over here. And let's just see if we have those in the store right now. So Grand Theft Auto 4, Grand Theft Auto 5. Okay, so we have both. However, they're already complete, so we can just put those on the manual shelf. Alright, next up we have Gamecube game, Pikmin. This looks very nice. We see the staples on the side. And the binding is great. It doesn't even look like this one has been used much at all. So can we just check some of the pages, make sure nothing is in here, and then also make sure no pages are missing. So usually if we have a loose binding, there could be a page missing, but This one is wonderful. So let's double check. Pikmin for Gamecube. Okay. So we do have it. It looks like it's also complete. So this one can just go on the manual shelf. Alright, what next? Wii game Metroid Prime Trilogy. I think we just sold our copy of this, so I don't even know if we have one in store at the moment, but we can double check. So this one actually does seem to be in nice condition. The only thing I'm noticing is that some pages are a little bit bent in the corner here. That is not a big deal at all. I don't think many people would be bothered by that, but it is just something to make note of. So we will sell this one, and let me double check, but like I said, I think we don't have this game in stock right now. Yes, okay, that's correct. So again, we will just put this on the shelf. If someone's looking for the actual game, we will not have it at the moment. Okay. Ooh, one of my favorite games, Crash Bandicoot for PlayStation 1. And for a PS1 game, this manual is beautiful, actually. I don't see anything too alarming. The only thing is there's a little tear on the bottom here, likely from the case that it was stored in. But again, that's nothing too bad. Let's take a look inside. This one's all in black and white. Nice binding. And all of the pages seem to be inside. Now I know we do have a few copies of this game, so let's double check. Okay, so we do have 3 copies, one of which is not complete. So I may just pop this in there just to make it complete, as I know it will sell faster, so we can do that. Alright, 3 more. Metroid Prime for Gamecube. This looks like it has an insert as well, so we can take a look. See the actual manual. Looks great. I don't see any damage. No pages are missing. Let's see what this is. Confidential subject, Metroid. Top secret. So this looks like it's an ad for Metroid Fusion for Game Boy Advance. Play the original NES Metroid on your Nintendo Gamecube. So we will just keep this inside of the manual since they go together. And I believe we have this game. Let's double check. Okay. 1 copy and it's complete. So this can go on the extra shelf as well. Okay. 4 GameCube games. So Super Smash Brothers Melee. Let's see. This looks like this one's been a little bit more used, but still good condition. Here's the front. Here's the back. And then inside, this is a long manual actually. It's like 50 pages. Looks like it goes through all of the characters you can play as. And it's nice and clean. I believe we only have 1 copy of this in store right now. It usually sells pretty fast. But let me just double check. I'm sure somebody will come in looking for this manual, so we can sell it separately for sure. Yeah, 1 copy and it's complete. So we will put this on the extra shelf. And then the last manual we have is another popular one. So this is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess for GameCube. We do not have this game in stock right now. Usually when we get it in, it sells pretty quickly. Hopefully we'll be getting another copy soon. So for now, again, we'll just sell this separately. But this looks very nice. See, the binding is good. No pages are missing. I thought there may have been some damage on the back, but it looks like it may have just been bent at one point. Let's just see. This is actually one of my favorite Zelda games of all time. So yeah, that looks good. All the pages are here. Perfect. So let me just double check, make sure we don't have any. Okay. Yep, so we definitely don't right now. So we'll also put that on the extra shelf. Alright, so what I will have you do is just put these each in plastic sleeves. Actually, let me grab one for you so I can show you an example. Alright, so this is what they look like. And you'll just peel the top part and then insert the manual inside. And these are technically for our games, but we can use them for manuals as well. It's just to keep them a little bit cleaner in the store as they sit on the shelves. And now if a customer does want to take it out, that's fine. Usually they ask and we just say, sure, no problem. So that's what it should look like. And then we will put a little sticker with a price on here. We like to do it on these just so they don't damage a game case or a manual. So always make sure everything is in a plastic sleeve. Okay? So I'm going to have you place the ones in plastic sleeves that we won't be putting in a game case like we talked about. And then with pricing, I will have you double check on our system. I do have the current prices listed out, what everything should sell for, so you can just copy that from our system, okay? So I will have you work on all of these. And then this one you can put out once you put a sticker on it. Any questions? Perfect. Well, thanks for your help at the store today. I will be opening in a few minutes, but if you need any help, have any questions, just let me know. I'll see you in a little bit. Welcome back to the game store. What can I help you with today? GameCube? Yeah, so we do have a full GameCube section right over there. We have recently got a few different trade-ins in, so I think you should see some things that are not familiar. I know you come in pretty often, so hopefully some things will pique your interest. If you're looking for an actual console, I do believe we have one in stock right now. It is black. Would you be interested in seeing that? Okay, what about controllers? Wavebird? Yep, I can grab one for you. I do have a few in the back. And then any specific games you're looking for today? Digimon Rumble Arena. Yeah, let me see. I think we may have recently got that traded in. Let me look it up. And that's Rumble Arena 2. Okay. Yeah, I think we might have that, so I can double check. Okay. So let me look for that, and then feel free to browse around the store. When you're ready to check out, I will help you. So I'll see you whenever you're ready. Well, welcome back. I was able to grab a Wavebird for you. And I see you found a few games. Perfect. Then I also was able to find the Digimon game for you as well. So let me start off by showing you the controller. This is what it looks like. And this was recently tested. And it is working fine. Just show you there are no dents or anything physically wrong with it. And like I said, it is working as well. And I will clean it for you in one moment. As you can see, it is quite dusty. It's just been sitting. Alright, so here is where you would put batteries in the back. Right, and it's nice and clean on the inside. And then this is the receiver, so this is going to pop in the front of your GameCube console. So that will be perfect, so you don't have to worry about any cords when you're playing a game. It's definitely one of my favorite controllers of all time. Okay, so that's in great condition. Let's just dust this for you. So any questions about this controller? Have you had one before? Okay. Yeah, like I said, they are absolutely one of my favorites. And I personally think they're really comfortable. So hopefully you will too. If for some reason you don't like it, you can always return it. Do you play GameCube games often? Yeah, I do like to pick up GameCube games every once in a while. It'll be nice, a lot of them will be available on the Switch too as well, for anyone who cannot get their hands on the originals, so definitely looking forward to that. Okay, so what do you think? Perfect. Set that right there for you. And were you looking to use your store credit for your purchase today? Yeah, you do have quite a lot, so that is definitely a good idea. Alright, so let's look at Digimon. So you said this is just something you played when you were younger. Yeah, it is quite an expensive game now. this one is not complete. It is missing a manual, so I'm not sure if that will change your mind about purchasing. But unfortunately, I have not come across a manual for it recently, so we do not have one. Let me show you the disc at least, so you can make a decision. The disc is in great condition. We do test all of our games, and then we also clean them. So just so you can see, it looks really nice. But yeah, unfortunately, no manual. So does that change your mind? Yeah, I figured. Well, it's no problem. You are not forced to buy any game here, so I will set that aside. And then you picked up these 3 games. So Mario Party 7. This is actually a more expensive game now as well. But you know, I will give you a deal, of course. We do like to do that in this store. And there are so many Mario Party games. Cannot even keep up sometimes. Now this is complete with the manual. I'll show you the disc, front, and then here's the back. And then I will show you the manual, health and safety booklet. And then this manual is in great condition, as you can see. I definitely have no concerns about it. It doesn't really look like the person who owned this game actually even used this, so it is beautiful. And this is a pretty long manual, so it does go into plenty of details on how to play, different things you can do. It's about 50 pages long. So, it's great to have. Right. And then, what else? Oh, you have 3 other games you picked up. Okay. Wario World. This also looks like it's in great condition. Just gonna dust the top a little bit. Now, is this a game you've played before or just collecting? Okay, cool. Let's open it up. Alright, so the disc. Show you the back. And then I'll show you the manual. Now, I think the person who traded in a Mario Party 7 traded this in, so again, really, really nice quality. And a nice long manual with a lot of guidance for the game. I think it's also about, this one's about 35 pages long. Okay, so we'll get that one there for you. And so far you're good with Mario Party and Wario World. Okay. One of my favorite games. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Now, this is a game I really wish they would remaster for Switch 2. It's one of my favorites. I know they did an HD version for the Wii U, but since it's one of my favorite games, I just want an even newer version. Here's the disc in the back. Have you played this Zelda game before? Yeah, you'll really like it. It's just really good story, great gameplay, and Link and Zelda, some of my favorite characters of all time. And this manual also looks really, really nice. This is about 30 pages long. Again, it's going to show you the controls. And then all of the different things you can do. Just like the basics. And I know you can look this up online, but I do think it's still kind of cool to reference a manual if you have one. So that is there if you want to use it. On the back it says, "Become a legend, the biggest Zelda adventure of all time. Take up arms against the dark creatures infesting your homeland as you explore a vast and dangerous world. Learn hidden skills like the Helm Splitter and the Mortal Draw as you wield sword and shield against countless foes. Use heightened senses to search for clues as a sacred wolf when unnatural twilight blankets Hyrule." So yeah, I cannot recommend this enough, and I'm excited that you are playing it for the first time. And this game is all set for you. Then one more game, F-Zero GX. I don't actually think I ever picked this one up. Future of racing, a race for glory, steer through danger, 30 pilots, 20 courses, 1 champion, 1 to 4 players. Yeah, I don't remember ever playing this one. Here's the front. Here's the back. Let's open it up. Look at the disc. Okay, so you can see the front is good, and there's the back. And then this manual actually looks pretty big. Yeah, it's 50 pages. So lots of information in this one for sure. And this one looks just as nice as the others. So plenty of info on the game, plenty of tips and guidance. Now, is that everything you were looking for today? Okay, perfect. And yeah, we do holds now. So if there's a specific Gamecube game or any game that you're really looking for, just call in and we can put you on a watch list. So let's say you're looking for Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. If it comes in, we will call you immediately. So of course, if there is someone before you and they pass on it, then we would call you right after. And any questions on Gamecube in general? Okay, and still passing on this one. Perfect. So then just these 4, and then the wave bird. Perfect. So I will have my colleague check you out. I'm just going to make sure your points are updated in the system. Is your email or phone number changed? we still have that in there. Perfect. Then you are all set. Like I said, we can check you out right down there. If you need anything, please feel free to call and we will help you troubleshoot or help reserve a game for you. Looking forward to seeing you the next time you stop by. Good morning. It's good to see you again. Are you here for the morning shift? Perfect. You actually do need some more help than usual today, so let me just find out what you'll be helping with. I'm sending out a few online orders, so you'll just have to help me package them up and then bill the customers. So let's see. Let me pull up the order. And I'll just walk through this first order with you, and then you can work on the rest today. So it looks like for this first order, they did pay in full, but I'm going to just bring it up so you can see everything they ordered. Okay, so this is what you're going to need. These are packaging envelopes. So this is a small one, and typically it's used for when we mail out one game. So let me just show you. As an example, this 3DS game fits nicely inside. Okay, and actually the larger games will also fit nicely in here, but you can only fit one at a time. Okay, now we do have larger sizes right over there, so you can pick which one you need for each shipment. And then for the very large shipments, of course, we do have boxes. Okay, then you have a permanent marker that you can use to write the person's address, which is in the system, so I can bring it up for you. So I'll set this here. Then I also have a tape set aside for you as well. And then these. So we don't have the smaller sizes right now, but we do have the bigger sizes. So these are to package any of the games that fit inside this. Okay, so you just slip it right in here, and then fold over the top, and then it's just nicely packaged for the customer. But before you do that, you'll want to just dust off the game, make sure it's inside, just double check everything. So I'm going to walk you through that right now. Okay, so I thought this was one order, but it looks like it's actually a couple orders. And what you'll see is our orders typically refresh every morning. So the orders we're doing today came in over the night, and now we will fulfill them today. So we do try to get the orders out as fast as possible for great customer service. So let me just show you an order. So this first order, as you can see on the screen, the person's name is Isaac Clark. He's from Austin, Texas, and he paid for a 2-day shipping. So that is how we will mail it. So let me find the games he ordered. So you always just want to double check the order on the screen and make sure you get the correct games, make sure they're for the correct console, and then lastly we will be just cleaning them real quick. So nothing crazy, unless they're extremely dirty. Let's see, this is a sealed game he purchased. So, it doesn't look too bad. I'm just going to give it a quick dust. We just want to make sure every game that we send down is in top quality condition. Okay. So, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, and you can see it right here on the screen for PS4. Okay. So, you can package that up. And it looks like Dead Space for PS5 was also on his order. So again, we're just double checking this is a used game he purchased. So we want to make sure the correct disc is inside. And then I just double check to make sure the disc isn't scratched. All of our discs do go through the disc cleaner, as you know. Just like to double check, like I said, to make sure it's perfect. Okay, so that's good. No manual, but it doesn't come with one. And this looks good. Again, just going to lightly dust. Okay, and now you can package that one. Now the last game he ordered is Red Dead Redemption 2 for Xbox One. Again, just confirming we have the right game. Okay, and this does come with an insert and a map, it looks like. So that's good, both are inside. And then the disc, which we will check. Okay, looks perfect. So the biggest thing is not rushing when you're packaging orders. You'll definitely feel kind of pressured to rush, especially if you have a lot to get done or if it's a busy day, but you really just want to make sure everything is perfect and packaged nicely before we send it out. Okay, so this order is ready, so you can package that one up, and let's bring up the next one. This one is for Arthur Morgan from, let's see, Oklahoma. Okay, Oklahoma City. So we have the address, we have the name. It looks like he did overnight shipping. Okay. Alright, so he ordered Pokemon X, Pokemon Y, Pokemon Ultra Moon, and then, where is it? God of War. Okay. Alright, so starting off, this one is sealed, so not too much to double check. Just making sure it's God of War, Ragnarok, PS5. Gently dust, but again, since it's brand new, there really isn't too much to clean. Okay, then the three 3DS games. So, Ultra Moon. Now for these, of course, as we just want to make sure the correct game is inside. Not all of these will come with manuals, some do, some don't, so it is listed online whether they do or do not, so the customer will already be aware of that. Okay, and we see Ultra Moon. So that one is good. And the number of orders honestly really varies. We started our online shop just a few months ago. It has become very popular. So it's great for the business. This does come with a small insert. And then we see Pokemon Y. So this one is also good. And then Pokemon X, which again comes with the same insert as Pokemon Y. And then we see Pokemon X right there. Okay. This one can get packaged. And now we have 2 different size games in this order. So you might have to do a bigger envelope and then maybe package them like this. Okay. So there is that completed order. Let's look up the next one. So this one is for Claire Redfield, and she lives in New York. Okay. So that is Good Veronica. Lies of P. And Hollow Knight. Okay. Alright, so Hollow Knight. This is a used game, so going to double check. Okay, yeah, so this one, it does come with a little instruction manual, which is rare for Switch games, so that is pretty neat for this game. And I think this is a map, yes. A map as well. So both items are here. And then it actually does have a reversible cover, which is pretty neat. And we see the game. Okay. Just going to clean this one. Then Lies of P. This is also a used game, so we're going to double check inside. Okay, we just see this small safety insert, and then the game, which we're going to double check. Perfect. I also kind of give a once-over on the cases. So if I were to see a big tear, for example, on this case, I would swap it out for a new one if we have an extra. And we do typically have plenty of extras, so it's not a big deal at all. Again, we like to make sure our customers are fully satisfied, so try to package everything as best as we can. Okay, and then lastly, this customer ordered Resident Evil Code Veronica. I'm just making sure. Okay, the case is fine. This is a Dreamcast game, so it's a little bit older. See disc 1 and disc 2, and then the manual. Check disc 2. Okay, good. Perfect. So this order is also ready to go. Do you have the other ones packaged? Okay, good. And yeah, like I said, you can just copy the address from the order online. Okay, so this last order, let's see, it's for Ash Ketchum in Pallet Town. Okay, so it looks like Ash ordered Ocarina of Time, Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn for Wii, and then 2 Pokemon games, so Pokemon Red for Game Boy, and then Pokemon Fire Red for Game Boy Advance. Alright, so for these games, obviously they're not coming in a case. Unfortunately, we do not have the original cases for either of these. Which again, that is noted online, so they already know that. So we just want to double check it's the correct game they ordered and make sure it looks perfect, and just make sure it accurately matches the description of what they purchased. So for example, I know we do have a few other copies of this, but they're not in this good of condition, so just make sure you double check which one they purchased, okay? Because the prices will vary. And then again, just checking Pokemon Red. And you can go ahead and test these again, but all of these have already been tested, so really only do that if you have time. Ocarina of Time, same thing. Just quickly test. Make sure it's the correct one they ordered. And just make sure it's in great condition. Okay. I just see a little piece of something right there. Then Fire Emblem. So this is a Wii game. Check inside. So this comes with a very heavy manual, which we see right here. Actually, how many pages? 66 pages. Then we see the disc. Perfect. And again, just always double check the disc. So many Fire Emblem games, make sure it's the correct game that they ordered, and then it matches the case. Just dust. And do you have any questions? Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Like I said, just don't rush. Make sure if you have any questions or if you're not sure about something, just let me know and I can take a look, make sure nothing is confusing for you. Okay? So there's Ash's order. Set that one there for you. Alright, now let me just double check nothing else has come in. I think that's it for this morning. Now if any more come in throughout the day, if we have time we can package them up, but usually we'll just wait and do them tomorrow morning. Alright, so that looks like it's everything. Do you feel comfortable finishing the labels? Perfect. Well, thanks so much for helping me out. We'll definitely do this again soon. We always get orders in, so I need the extra help. Okay? Alright, well, thanks again. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in a little bit.